So what's up, my people? So today I was digging in the crates, right? And I was thinking about not releasing this show, but then I was like, you know what? This show is so informational, I gotta put it out. But then again, I got technical difficulties with the camera and all this extra stuff. So I might not be in this video as much as I am in the other ones, but I still want y'all to watch this show. So go ahead and check it out. Show it is. It's After Hours Reaction TV time, as you already know. You know what I'm saying? And I got a little, the show today is kind of before I get to that, you already know, go check out everything I got going on. The last couple shows I didn't drop. I dropped the last show was like a food competition show, and I got another good show before that. So if y'all been watching them, y'all know what's up. For those who don't, like I said, just go check out some of the other material. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff, different stuff. I just got a lot of different stuff for a lot of different people. So today, like I said, I got a kind of a shocker, but not too much, I guess. But it's very intriguing because I would like to know. I want to know. So, and a lot of times that I put stuff out on my platform is I try to be informational. I just try to make it fun, and we can all just have fun and learn at the same time. So, but it's always good to know certain stuff about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be just lost out there and just in all black. But today's show is like I keep saying, like I'm going to say before I started, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I don't need y'all coming for me. Like, I ain't saying, I'm just watching it like y'all is, and I'm about to react to it like y'all is. But the show is called 20 Things That Nazis Invented That You Don't Know About. So, like I said, if you need to, go grab your little popcorn, whatever, press pause, and come back. Whatever, but I'm about to dive into this, and we about to watch this together and see what we get from this and see what we can gather from this information that we are about to receive. All right, let's get to it.
Imagine uncovering a treasure trove of innovations, from the everyday to the extraordinary, all born from an era cloaked in infamy. This journey invites you to explore 20 incredible inventions from the Nazi era, blending historical fact with a dash of curiosity. Prepare to be surprised by the legacy of technology and societal advancements that still impact us today. Number 1. Jägermeister, more than just a herbal liqueur. When you think of Jägermeister, the image that likely comes to mind is one of lively parties and the infamous Jaeger bomb. Yet the origins of this herbal liqueur are steeped in a history far removed from its contemporary party image. Created in 1934 by Kurt Mast, Jägermeister's roots intertwine with Germany's dark past. Mast, an avid hunter, named his creation after the German hunting term, translating to master hunter, a nod to the hunt.
You know what? Lucky for me, I don't even drink this shit, so I guess shout out to those who do. Now you know. But yeah, I didn't know.
Hunting traditions deeply ingrained in German culture. However, it's crucial to distinguish between the creator's political affiliations and the brand itself. Mast's association with the National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP, often casts a shadow over Jägermeister's history, raising questions about its connections to the era. Despite these associations, Jägermeister has evolved beyond its origins, becoming a global brand that signifies camaraderie and celebration rather than political ideology. Number 2. Volkswagen, VW, the people's car. The inception of Volkswagen, known globally as VW, is intertwined with Adolf Hitler's ambitious vision to motorize Germany. In the 1930s, Hitler dreamt of an affordable car that every German family could own.
Who would have known? Who would have known? You know what's so crazy? One of my favorite iconic movies back in the day was Herbie, was it Herbie the Love Bug or Beetle? Whatever the movie was called. I gotta look it up, but it was about a little car, I guess, that used to be able to drive on its own, and it was a love. I mean, I said love. It was a Volkswagen Beetle, but it used to race in races and stuff. Man, it's kind of hard to explain, but who would have known though? That's all I'm trying to say is who would have known. I really thought. I mean, then again, it really doesn't surprise me because I think Volkswagen is a German company. I think. I don't know, but man, whatever. I guess.
Symbolizing both progress and unity under his regime. This led to the birth of the Volkswagen Beetle, a vehicle that would later become an icon of simplicity, reliability, and affordability in the automotive world. Ferdinand Porsche, the engineering genius behind the design, was tasked with creating a people's car, Volkswagen in German, that was cheap, yet reliable enough to navigate the newly constructed autobahns spreading across the country. The Beetle's unique design and efficient production process revolutionized car manufacturing, laying the groundwork for what would become one of the largest and most influential automakers in the world. Its impact extends far beyond the borders of Germany, with the Beetle becoming a symbol of peace and love in the 1960s and 70s. The enduring legacy of Volkswagen is a testament to the brand's ability to transcend its origins, becoming a beloved figure in the tapestry of global culture and a pioneer in the automotive industry, pushing forward innovations in manufacturing, marketing, and environmental standards. Number 3.
What they see is three short beings about 3 feet tall.
Methamphetamine, a soldier's aid. During World War II, methamphetamine, originally synthesized in Japan in the late 19th century, found a new and ominous role on the battlefields with the German military.
Meth? Amphetamines? Interesting.
Under the trade name Pervitin, this potent stimulant was distributed in vast quantities to troops to sustain their alertness, endurance, and morale during extended operations. The idea was to create super soldiers capable of immense physical and mental exertion without the need for rest. The use of methamphetamine by the German military is a stark illustration of the extremes to which wartime desperation can push scientific application.
So what they was trying to do was build a whole bunch of Captain Americas. That's what they was trying to do. They was trying to make super soldiers, you heard them, with methamphetamines. So I gotta see what they do today. I guess they're still used around the way, I guess, but I don't know if methamphetamine is short for like also crystal meth, cause yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna have to dig into that and see what I can find, and I can throw some facts on the screen for y'all, and once I find out something, then I'll know what I'm saying, let y'all know when it's on the screen or whatever, or when I put it on the screen. But
so I went to Google, right? And Google what's the difference between crystal meth and methamphetamine. So I went and Googled methamphetamine first, and then I popped up with this. So then I turned around and Googled what is crystal meth, and I got this, the same thing. I guess crystal meth is just in crystals. So basically they was hooking these soldiers on drugs, which today is called crystal meth, but back then was called methamphetamine. So I guess it was cool for them to do that back then or something. I don't know. But when I looked up the research, it said it keeps them up and they don't get sleepy, and it got all type of different side effects from what you're about to see.
this is wild. This is very wild. This is juicy information, I guess, man. But I'm about to keep we about to keep digging.
Soldiers, aviators, and even submarine crews were given methamphetamine to ward off fatigue, enhance focus, and reduce the perceived need for sleep. This practice highlighted a grim aspect of warfare: the manipulation of human physiology for enhanced performance without a full understanding or consideration of the long-term consequences. Number 4.
You see his eyes? Did you see his eyes, man? Like, man, look, man. Oh my God, that man's eyes was like zombified. Like, his eyes was it's like you can almost look into his soul or something, man. It's like he was dead but alive type feel. But I don't know, man. That was, if that's what that shit does to you, bro, like, y'all tripping.
Volksempfänger, broadcasting Nazi ideals. The Volksempfänger, or People's Receiver, was a pivotal tool in the Nazi regime's propaganda arsenal, designed with the sinister intent of making Nazi ideology as accessible as the daily news. Introduced in 1933, this radio was ingeniously crafted to be affordable for the average German household, ensuring that Hitler's speeches and Nazi propaganda could infiltrate every home. Its simplistic design, which limited reception to domestic broadcasts, effectively isolated listeners from foreign news, creating an echo chamber of Nazi ideals. This device wasn't just a technological innovation, it was a calculated move in psychological warfare, turning the living room into a classroom for the Third Reich. By monopolizing the airwaves, the Nazis could shape public opinion, sow discord among opposition, and rally support for their cause. The Volksempfänger's role in disseminating propaganda demonstrated the power of media manipulation, a lesson that echoes ominously in today's digital age, reminding us of the media's potential to both enlighten and deceive. Number 5. Jerry can, an engineering marvel. The jerry can, a seemingly mundane object, is a testament to ingenious engineering under the pressures of warfare. Originally designed by the Germans in the 1930s for military use, its robust and practical design set a new standard for fuel containers. The jerry can's distinctive features, a compact rectangular shape, sturdy metal construction, design, allowed for easy transportation, efficient storage, and convenient handling by 1 or 2 people. What set the jerry can apart was not just its durability, but also its superiority in preventing leakage and evaporation, a common issue with earlier fuel.
Like I said, who would have known? Who would have known? They got a lot of stuff for the army, I see. A lot of stuff for the army, I see. So, you don't think they knew that the Nazis created this, or they might have made replicas of stuff like of this stuff, and probably kept the original strands of everything, like or blueprints? I think that a lot of stuff that we're watching right now, so far, has been Americanized and kind of like just swept over. Like, America's built it. But let's keep digging.
Fuel containers. Its reliability in harsh conditions quickly caught the attention of the Allies, who saw its strategic value and adopted it for their own use. This adoption is a classic case of wartime innovation crossing enemy lines due to its undeniable utility. Number 6. V2. Rocket. The dawn of ballistic missiles. The V2 rocket, developed by Nazi Germany during World War II, represents a pivotal moment in the history of rocketry, marking the birth of the ballistic missile era. Led by Werner von Braun, the V2, or Vergeltungswaffe II, was the world's first long-range guided ballistic missile. Its design and technology were revolutionary, capable of delivering a 1-ton warhead over a distance of 300 kilometers, at speeds surpassing the sound barrier, an unprecedented feat at the time. The impact of the V2 rocket extended far beyond its immediate military utility. While it was designed as a weapon of war, the technological innovations developed for the V2 laid the groundwork for all future rocketry. After the war, both the United States and the Soviet Union seized V2 technology and expertise to kickstart their own rocket programs. This led directly to the space race and the development of the rockets that would eventually carry humans to the moon. The legacy of the V2 rocket is a complex one. Born out of destructive intent, its development.
So, hold on. Let me go back and see if I heard that correctly. I just want to see if I heard this correctly.
Of the V2 rocket extended far beyond its immediate military utility. While it was designed as a weapon of war, the technological innovations developed for the V2 laid the groundwork for all future rocketry. After the war, both the United States and the Soviet Union seized V2 technology and expertise to kick.
Hate to say I said so, but I did. Now, this is just a rocket. You don't think they took designs and blueprints of everything else they probably created? I just literally sit here and said that shit. I just literally sit here and said that shit right before this fucking shit came up. This is my warranty when I say this. I do not watch this shit when I put it on the screen. We watched it. We watching it together. This is like real genuine reaction from me. So, not putting on or nothing like that. But I literally, I'm just saying that just goes how some people can just figure out stuff on their own, but they ignore it. Type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we as Americans, we know probably a bunch of stuff that's going on in the world, but we try to function on living our life and being happy, and we ignore the bull. Even though they put it in our face, and sometimes we try to play stupid, but we know for real. We know. We just want to live in peace. We just want to take care of our family, live in peace, and love our family and whoever you love, or whatever the case may be, and just have a life of peace and tranquility, and no drama, and no always we about to go to war and about to get bombed, and somebody always trying to kill us, and we tired. That's all it is we're tired. But we know.
Kickstart their own rocket programs. This led directly to the space race and the development of the rockets that would eventually carry humans to the moon. The legacy of the V2 rocket is a complex one. Born out of destructive intent, its development pushed humanity into the space age. It stands as a testament to the dual-edged nature of technological advancement, capable of both devastation and inspiring leaps towards exploration and discovery. Number 7. Messerschmitt. Me-262, jet-powered aviation. The Messerschmitt Me-262 heralded a new era in aviation as the world's first operational jet-powered aircraft. Introduced by Germany in the latter stages of World War II, it was a remarkable leap forward in technology, capable of speeds that far outstripped those of Allied propeller-driven aircraft. The Me-262 utilized the innovative axial flow jet engines, which provided unprecedented speed and performance, opening up new tactical possibilities for aerial combat. Despite its late entry into the war and the limited number it was produced, the Me-262 had a profound impact on the future of aviation. Its design and speed forced a rapid re-evaluation of air combat tactics and aircraft design principles. The Me-262's influence can be seen in the rapid development of jet aircraft in the post-war era, as nations race to incorporate jet technology into their own fleets. Number 8. Fanta, a beverage born from embargo. In the midst of World War II, trade embargoes against Nazi Germany led.
Wow. They created Fanta. Here it is. I've drunk Fanta. I haven't drunk Fanta in like a while. I ain't saying it's like one of my favorite. I would drink it if it's around, is what I'm saying. So it's like, it's not like it's bad, but who the fuck would have known that Fanta was created by Nazis? Nazis! I don't think y'all hearing me, man. A lot of this stuff that the US is trying to Americanize came from the Nazis. So far, that's what it looks like. I mean, I'm just putting two and two together, but that's what it looks like.
Led to a scarcity of many goods, including the ingredients necessary to produce Coca-Cola. Faced with these constraints, Max Keith, the head of Coca-Cola GmbH in Germany, embarked on a quest to create a new product that could be made from available resources. The result was Fanta, a fruit-flavored soft drink concocted from whatever ingredients could be found at the time, such as whey and apple pomace. The name Fanta was derived from the German word fantasy, inspired by Keith's instruction to
This game,
Unbelievable.
you're not ready for it.
his team to use their imagination, fantasy in German, to create a new beverage. Initially developed as a workaround to keep the factory running and maintain morale during tough times, Fanta quickly became a popular drink in Germany and beyond. After the war, Fanta was adopted into the Coca-Cola family of brands and evolved significantly from its original formula. Today, it is one of the most popular soft drinks worldwide, available in a multitude of flavors that bear little resemblance to the original wartime concoction. Number 9. Autobahn, the myth of Nazi invention. The association of the Autobahn with Nazi Germany is a widespread misconception. While it's true that the Nazis aggressively promoted and expanded the Autobahn network as a symbol of technological prowess and efficiency, the first Autobahn was actually opened in 1932, a year before Hitler came to power. This initial stretch of highway, running between Cologne and Bonn, was part of a broader vision for a national highway network that predated the Nazi regime. The expansion of the Autobahn under the Nazis was indeed significant, driven by a desire to showcase German engineering and facilitate rapid military movement. However, the conception and initial construction of controlled access highways were not their invention. The Nazis were adept at co-opting existing projects and ideas, and their involvement with the Autobahn is a prime example of this strategy. They utilized the Autobahn for propaganda, claiming it as a triumph of their governance, despite its origins in the Weimar Republic. Number 10. Z3. Computer, a digital pioneer. In the realm of computing history, Konrad Zus's Z3 holds a place of honor as the world's first fully functional, programmable computer. Completed in 1941 in Berlin, the Z3 was a marvel of engineering, utilizing electromechanical relays to perform calculations.
Okay, so here it is. Me as a kid, I might have it wrong, and maybe somebody in the comments can correct me, but I thought Bill Gates built the first computer as a kid. At least that's what I thought, because that's what they was teaching us or telling us. Or he built the software or whatever the hell it was dealing with computers. I thought that Bill Gates was the first person to do that. Or is that the guy who I'm recommending about I think it's gotta be. But I thought that they told us it was him. So now we sitting here and we find out it's somebody from the Nazi era. Interesting.
It was designed to solve complex engineering equations that were too cumbersome for human computation, showcasing a significant leap forward in computational technology. Zus's creation was groundbreaking, introducing concepts such as binary arithmetic and floating point calculations, foundational principles of modern computing. Unfortunately, the significance of Zus's work was not widely recognized during his time, partly due to the ongoing war and the destruction of the Z3 in an Allied bombing raid in 1943. Despite this, Zus's contributions laid the groundwork for the future of computing. His vision of a programmable machine would inspire future generations of computer scientists and engineers, paving the way for the digital revolution. Number 11. Synthetic rubber and fuel. Wartime innovations. The constraints and demands of World War II drove significant advancements in synthetic materials, notably in the development of synthetic rubber and fuel. Germany, facing embargoes and limited access to natural resources, invested heavily in research to produce alternatives essential for their war effort.
Are y'all getting the same shit I'm getting from this? They practically run the fucking world. Everything they have invented or everything we use come from them. Like, everything we use come from them. I don't know if anybody else is paying attention to this, or like I said, it feels like I'm trying to connect the dots here, but that's what it seems like. Rubber tires are all over the world. What car don't need tires? Like, what car don't need fuel? And here it is, they invented it. That's why I said I'm not surprised, but man, the shit you know, the shit you learn.
Buna rubber, a synthetic rubber developed in the 1930s, became a critical resource for Germany during the war. The Allied blockade had cut off access to natural rubber supplies, and Buna rubber provided a much-needed alternative for tires, gaskets, and other military and industrial applications. The development of Buna rubber was not just a wartime exigency, but also a significant scientific achievement that would have lasting impacts on the materials science field, leading to the widespread use of synthetic rubber in a variety of post-war applications. Similarly, the Fischer-Tropsch synthesis process for producing synthetic fuel from coal was another crucial innovation. With oil fields beyond their reach, Germany turned to its abundant coal reserves to produce liquid fuels. This technology allowed the German military to maintain its mechanized units and air force despite the Allied efforts to cut off oil supplies. The Fischer-Tropsch process and other methods of synthetic fuel production were part of a broader effort to achieve self-sufficiency in fuel, which, while not fully realized during the war, would later influence energy research and policy. Number 12. The Enigma machine. Cryptographic complexity. The Enigma machine, a device shrouded in mystery and intrigue, stands as a monument to the cryptographic battlefields of World War II. Developed by the Germans in the 1920s for commercial use, it was quickly adopted by the military for its potential in secure communication. The machine's complexity, with its rotors and variable settings offering billions of possible encryption combinations, made it seem impenetrable. The Nazis' reliance on this device for encrypting military communications was a testament to their belief in its unbreakability. However, the Allies, led by brilliant minds like Alan...
So is this the SOS thing? Like how you be seeing, like, well, those who are around my age that was forced to watch MASH. You remember the little thing they be at the military base where they be trying to send SOS, send help or whatever? Is that what these are? So they made those too? Man, this shit is crazy.
Alan Turing and his team at Bletchley Park undertook the monumental task of deciphering Enigma encrypted messages. Their success in cracking the Enigma codes is one of the war's most fascinating stories, highlighting the critical role of intelligence and code breaking in military strategy. The decryption of Enigma messages provided the Allies with invaluable insights into German plans and movements, significantly contributing to the war's outcome. Number 13. Rocket-propelled grenades, new anti-tank weapons. The development of rocket-propelled grenades, RPGs, by Nazi Germany marked a significant evolution in anti-tank warfare. Among these, the Panzerschreck and Panzerfaust were the most notable for their simplicity, effectiveness, and impact on the battlefield. These weapons were born out of necessity, as German forces sought efficient means to counter the increasing threat of Allied armor. The Panzerschreck, meaning tank terror, was inspired by the American bazooka and featured a larger warhead and longer range. It required a two-man team to operate, one to fire and the other to load, making it somewhat cumbersome but devastatingly effective.
Sometimes on a day off, I like to take a rapid onset mood gummy and really recenter myself.
Against tanks. The Panzerfaust, on the other hand, was a single-use, disposable anti-tank weapon that was simpler and even more straightforward to use, allowing infantrymen to deliver powerful blows against enemy armor at close range. Its ease of production and use made it possible to mass-produce and distribute widely among German troops, enabling even minimally trained soldiers to take on armored vehicles. Number 14. Messerschmitt. Me. 163 Comet. Rocket power in the skies. The Messerschmitt Me 163 Comet, the world's first operational rocket-powered fighter aircraft, represented a remarkable technological leap in aviation during World War II. Developed by Germany in a bid to counter the overwhelming air superiority of the Allies, the Me 163 was a bold venture into previously uncharted territories of speed and altitude capabilities in combat aviation. Its rocket engine enabled it to reach unprecedented speeds of up to 700 kilometers per h, 435 miles per hour, making it the fastest aircraft of its time. Despite its groundbreaking achievements, the Me 163 was plagued with limitations that hindered its effectiveness as a weapon. The volatile nature of its rocket fuel posed significant risks to pilots, while the aircraft's limited operational range and flight duration due to fuel constraints restricted its time in combat zones. Moreover, the high speeds achieved by the Me 163 made it difficult for pilots to accurately target enemy aircraft, diminishing its role as a fighter. Number 15. Nerve agents, a chemical leap forward. The discovery of nerve agents such as tabun and sarin by German scientists in the 1930s marked a significant, albeit ominous, advancement in chemical warfare. These compounds, designed as pesticides, were found to be highly toxic to the nervous system, leading to their weaponization. Nerve agents act by inhibiting the enzyme that breaks down acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter, resulting in uncontrolled muscle contractions, respiratory failure, and ultimately death. The potential of these agents as weapons of mass.
So is that like a nerve gas or something? Is that what that's supposed to be?
Destruction was recognized early on, but fortunately, nerve agents were not used on the battlefield during World War II. The ethical implications and the fear of retaliatory attacks with similar or worse weapons likely contributed to their non-use. However, their development and subsequent proliferation in various countries' arsenals throughout the Cold War period underscored the dark side of chemical science when applied to warfare. Number 16. The Electroboot, underwater innovation. The Type 1 U-boat, often referred to as the Electroboot, was a revolutionary design that marked a significant evolution in submarine technology during World War II. Conceived by the Germans as the war drew to a close, this innovative submarine was designed to operate primarily submerged, unlike its predecessors, which were surface vessels that only submerged for attacks or evasive maneuvers. The Type 1 boasted a streamlined hull design, enhanced battery capacity, and a snorkel system that allowed it to recharge batteries while submerged, significantly reducing the risk of detection. With a greater emphasis on underwater performance, the Type 1 could achieve higher speeds and longer underwater endurance than any other submarine at the time. Its sophisticated torpedo reload system enabled a rapid rate of fire, making it a formidable adversary. Although only a few were completed and operational before the war ended, the Type 1's design had a lasting impact on post-war submarine development. The Electroboot is considered the precursor to modern nuclear submarines, influencing naval architecture and propulsion systems in the years to follow.
So who got the blueprints? Who's holding on to the who's holding on to the architectural part of the how to build it and everything? Who got that information? Who's holding on to the, the artifacts to this thing? Like, who got it? Because it's got to still be around. Somebody either made a replica of it or something. It's got to still be around.
Its innovations paved the way for the development of submarines that could remain submerged for extended periods, fundamentally changing naval warfare's strategic and tactical aspects. The Type 1 U-boat stands as a testament to the ingenuity of engineers and the dramatic shift towards a new era of underwater warfare, where stealth and endurance would become paramount. Number 17. Infrared night vision, seeing the unseen. The development of infrared night vision technology during World War II represented a significant leap forward in military capabilities, allowing soldiers to see in the dark for the first time. German scientists and engineers pioneered this technology, creating devices that could detect infrared light, which is invisible to the naked eye, and convert it into a visible image. Early night vision devices were bulky and required a source of infrared illumination, like an infrared searchlight, to illuminate targets. These initial systems were mounted on vehicles and weapons, including Panther tanks and sniper rifles, giving German forces a considerable advantage during night operations. The ability to conduct operations in complete darkness without revealing one's position to the enemy was a game-changer in combat scenarios. Despite their innovative nature, these early night vision devices were not widely deployed due to their late introduction into the war and the technological limitations of the time. Number 18, FG-42, a paratrooper's firearm. The Fallschirmjägergewehr 42, FG-42, developed for the German airborne forces during World War II, was a revolutionary firearm that combined the features of a rifle, carbine, and light machine gun. This versatility made it particularly suited for the varied needs of paratroopers, who required a weapon effective for both close combat and supporting fire roles. The FG-42 was ahead of its time, featuring a select fire capability, allowing for both semi-automatic and fully automatic fire, and an innovative side-mounted magazine that helped balance the weapon and reduce its silhouette.
Nickelodeon was kid everything, but that marked one of the darkest chapters. These are three Predators.
Its design incorporated a unique gas-operated mechanism and a stamped metal construction, which were innovative for the time and influenced the development of future firearms. The FG-42's ergonomic considerations, such as a pistol grip and a relatively straight stock to align recoil with the shoulder, minimized muzzle climb and improved control during automatic fire. The influence of the FG-42 can be seen in many post-war designs, including the American M60 machine gun and the Belgian FN-FAL. Its combination of lightweight, firepower, and ergonomics set a new standard for infantry weapons, pushing military small arms into the modern era. The FG-42 remains a testament to the innovative design and engineering capabilities of wartime research and development, leaving a lasting legacy on the evolution of military firearms. Number 19. Horton Ho, 229, the stealth aircraft prototype. The Horton Ho 229, designed by the Horton brothers in Nazi Germany, was a prototype flying wing aircraft that incorporated several features aimed at reducing radar detectability, arguably making it the first attempt at a stealth aircraft. Its design was revolutionary, utilizing a blended wing body that lacked a distinct fuselage, tail, and other protrusions, which minimized its radar cross-section. Additionally, the Ho 229 structure was made of wood, which, combined with a proposed coating of radar-absorbing material, would potentially further reduce its visibility to radar. Though primarily designed to improve aerodynamic efficiency and performance, these features incidentally provided the Ho 229 with a reduced radar signature compared to conventional aircraft of the era. Its jet-powered design allowed for high speeds and would have enabled it to perform both bomber and reconnaissance missions with a lower risk of interception.
Crazy.
Number 20. Advancements in plastic and reconstructive surgery, healing the wounds of war. World War II, with its unprecedented scale of destruction and injury, catalyzed significant advancements in medical science, particularly in the field of plastic and reconstructive surgery. As soldiers returned from the front with injuries that defied conventional medical practices of the time, the demand for innovative surgical solutions to restore function and appearance became.
So, all you people that like to get your body done and injections and plastic surgery and all that stuff, the Nazis invented that. That's what I'm getting from this. This is crazy. Informational, but very crazy.
Critical. In this crucible of necessity, surgeons and medical professionals pushed the boundaries of existing knowledge, developing techniques that would form the foundation of modern plastic and reconstructive surgery. Among these pioneers was Sir Archibald Macindoe, a New Zealand-born surgeon working in Britain who made significant strides in treating burned airmen. Macindoe's work at the Queen Victoria Hospital in East Grinstead introduced new methods in the treatment of burn injuries, including the use of saline baths to treat burns instead of the traditional tannic acid, and the development of innovative surgical techniques.
I don't know what was up with that thumbnail in the corner, but that shit was goofy. But anyway, that kind of made me like that. That was a very informational show. Let me start with that. Like I said, I'm not trying to say that, hey, just because they're Nazis, whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, but if you're going to keep everything honest and keep it real or whatever about who did stuff, then do that. Keep it a buck out. Keep it a whole band, man. Like everything seems that we use today has just been Americanized from somewhere else. So what the hell did we invent at the end of the day? If we didn't took everybody's blueprint and just put our own little shit to it and whatever. But I know everything gets retwisted and everything. Nobody has, I guess, supposedly does nothing original because everything's always reinvented and spit it back out or whatever. That's how we keep marching on through life. But don't try to cover it up and make it seem like this is what came from this origin or this culture or whatever. And at the end of the day, it came from somewhere else, and we just might have picked up something from them and took it, and like we just started it. That's my whole beef with the whole thing. But like I said, man, mind blowing. But at the end of the day, that is what it is. I'm about to wrap it up. I took enough of y'all time, man. Like I said, this is a pretty lengthy reaction video. If you stuck to the end, I'm glad. Thank you. Just leave a thumbs up or whatever, comment, subscribe, and share if you can. I appreciate everything y'all been doing. Like I said, I see the shares on Facebook and I see the shares, the likes and stuff on YouTube and Facebook and stuff. So I appreciate it. And like I said, just keep helping me out. And man, we can all be, you know what I'm saying, somewhere cool and chilling together. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nah, all right, man, peace.